Moving with the herd. I think it's one of the best moments because you can find many things that happen here. Here's the stallion, who's the last, who was babysitting the foals. But you can see pretty well the hierarchy, and you can see what happens, at least in this situation. Here he's going to the toilet. He's not hiding or anything, he's just enjoying the sunshine. He's doing a pull, and when he's ready, he walks on. That's all. Nothing special. I got a mail of Colin, and I'm very grateful with him. Here's the full little white one who's following Dad a lot of time. I got a mail, and I was very happy with it because he described exactly what the issue is. 99% of the time, horses are not having conflicts. They're just cooperating. They're being together. And many natural horsemanship, indeed, stuff is focused on how am I going to be the leader? Well, if you hang on, and this project will last longer. I planned it for 6 months, but I'm already there are many things I want to see. Here you see affection, you see? And the stallion. Anyway, let me describe what I see. I see the stallion wait. He's not very sure about my presence. He's looking at me here I pass by. And you can see very well how they are looking with one eye. And when he's moving here, now he hears something at the back, somebody else coming. How they try to mind map, that's what I call it, mind map the situation. Mind map, here's somebody waiting. I think it's a stallion. Yeah, it's the next moment. And you see at the back, you see the small white, I call it white, it's yellow. You see another horse. What do I see? I see a lot of behavior, which is very high social. Lots of behavior. The 99% Colin mentioned. And I'm very grateful because males like that, first of all, they give me power. They enrich my mental life, and I also think they contribute to the welfare of horses in general. Anyway, here you see conflict. Stallion wants to pass me, but he's a little bit worried about, there's a human standing there, and how do I do it? You can see him thinking, and he's really thinking about how to, because he wants to go somewhere where I'm at my back. You see these conflicts a lot, and you also see that, well, that's an interpretation. You could say, well, he's waiting for the mare and the other foal to come by, so then he gets a little bit more empowered, then he gets a little bit more strong, and then he dares to step forward. Interpretation. You see more horses at the back if you look well. Anyway, he's curious. You see him looking at me. At this moment I was a little bit, what's he going to do? He might defend his herd. They're not used to people, and I'm sometimes very close. But I decided to stay because I thought, well, he's choosing for himself to be very close to me. Anyway, here we see the mare with one spot on the head, and I think it's her foal, but I'm not sure in recognizing the foals yet. I hope that after the winter they change their hair so much that I can easily recognize them. Anyway, never mind. And she's the one, I call her hanging lip, because she has this lip, this underlip, which is, or I don't know what happens, but it's hanging most of the time. So that's her, why I call her like that. And here you see I walked a little bit forward. At the back you see the place where we came from, and now we're going to another spot, which is also a big area with water. Anyway, it's an island, so there's water everywhere. What you see here is how they more or less full contact mom, touching mom in a place where he normally drinks. All these small touches are very much of influence. And watch the black mare. She's coming, and hanging lip is grazing. And obviously there's nothing happening. Just look very carefully. I think this is a very interesting moment. Only ears back. I don't know if you saw it. Only ears back a little bit, and hanging lip is moving on, which I think is pretty strong. telepathy or stuff like that? No, I think it's the optimal use of all the senses you have. And here you see the black mare looking at me. What on earth's name is she doing there? So, I didn't identify her yet. I will in a while. Here we see, if I'm correct, that's hanging lip coming on and the black mare at the back. Why is this moment interesting? What's going on here? There's obviously nothing going on. A bunch of horses who came to another place, grazing. And for you it might be easy grazing, but for me it's not. This is this is the use, I call it the use of tools. They don't prepare tools or whatever, but they definitely use the tools. And I like this because this is a sign for people who walk there. So you can follow that route. And the horses obviously like these signs a lot because they use it for biting, scratching their belly, and like this mare scratching her bottom. And at the back you see, I have to look very careful, I think that was hanging lip, so the order of this movie might, anyway, never mind. They're all shortcuts. Using, I have to laugh over the face of the black mare, who's obviously very much enjoying this play. That's hanging lip. So that means that I mistake the other way, which is pretty frustrating because I can identify I think 8 horses now from a distance, which is the most important of the distance. She's a little bit irritated. Ears back. I mean, every and they call it in the horse world, they call it holistic. They call it, you look at the whole horse. Well, for people like me and many more people, I've usually thought I was the only one who was looking at the whole horse. It makes sense. I mean, a good trainer focuses not on the results, but focuses on the process. So a good trainer focuses on the state of mind of the horse and looks at the whole horse. There's the black mare with the star. On the whole horse, and focuses on how is the state of mind of this horse. And when you are training, and this is not about training, but it's a good example, you have to find out the moments of doing nothing and saying to the horse, sometimes with doing nothing, that he's a good boy or a good girl, and that you're happy, and share your happiness. They definitely are so high social of being that they like it when you are a team, and if you take care of a horse, you are a team. They see you more or less as another species, probably, but definitely as part of them. Then they are so happy. This cooperation, I think that matters so much. There's a foal, grooming, probably mom, but that's probably grooming, sharing this state of mind. He sees the black mare in this state of mind of enjoying, so foal comes to and they're sharing this nice moment. I think these moments like this are very precious, are very important, are very of big value in the horse world in general, because many people are focused on training. What training? Why don't we people learn more about horses and learn how they behave and learn why they do something like this? Yes and no. Anyway, let's go back to the movie. Foal and mare are grooming, and here you see Dad at the back with the I call it the kindergarten, because he definitely is the foals are very impressed by him, and they like to be around him. And many times I observe them and I see Dad standing with a lot of foals around him. So that gives an idea of the importance of the role model for horses. They need this role model. In human psychology, we say it takes a village to raise a child, and I think it's very true. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes experiences, other people, people who are kind, people who are not kind, etc., etc. It's exactly the same with horses, who are also very high social and who have these social communities they live in, which are very important to them and which decide part of the character, at least the behavior. So, okay, let's go to the next movie, which will be herd moving number 2. Hope you like it.